Sharing live stream. Oh man, I think we are live, ladies and gentlemen. I think we might be live. I need to check to make sure that we are in fact live. And yes, we are in fact live. Cool beans, cool beans. Just give it a little minute. Let me let a couple people come in. Let me let a couple people come in, and then we'll get this party started. What's up, everybody? It's Stefan here from Mod to Fame, and we are back with another video. This one is a live stream. I don't usually. I'm just making sure. Hold on, because it's like moving. There we go. All right, here y'all come. Here y'all come. I got a little bit worried. What up, everybody? Again, man, we are back. We are back with another awesome live stream, guys. Tonight, we're going to be talking about, as you come in, make sure you hit that like button. As you guys come in, make sure you hit that like button, because we got some pretty cool topics that's popping off tonight that we're going to be talking about. Y'all going to get a chance to hang out with me. Chad Pittman, what's up? Corey Harris, what's up? Silver Forex, what's up? The Mailman, what's up? Mission Flyer, Thomas Chamberlain, R. Jones, Tim, Go Mango 392. What is going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Boost in Motion, what's up, man? How you doing? Mr. Infinity Man himself. Anyway, so as you come in, make sure you guys hit that like button. As you come in, make sure you hit the like button. Super important that you do that. Let me see these likes go up. Let's get this live stream going. Let's get it popping. Trip 215, yo, you've been rocking with me for a minute, man. What's up? Straight out of Philly. Big Ghost, yo, what is going on? Derek, Mod to Fame Army, better yet, a Navy. I love it, man. Just kidnap your baby, shoot at your lady. Jay-Z status. They not ready, Derek. They don't know about that. New York, what's up, man? How you doing? That's right. Everybody smash that like button as you guys come in. Hey, New York, does this setup look familiar to you? I was a guest on New York in Your City, which is New York's podcast. Really cool time, man, chopping it up. We got a chance to just chill. Then it was nice not being the person that's doing it, but the person that's the actual guest. Today, we actually getting it going, man. We're about to get it popping. And today's topic at hand. Should I jump in or should I wait for my guest? I'm gonna give my guest a couple more minutes before we jump in all heavy. But Destroyer 1320, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Sean Maxwell, yes, you are M2Fer, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. No Rules Racing, what's going on? Ghost Fighter 2TZ, what is going on, man? Y'all not hitting them like buttons when y'all coming in. You got to hit the like. It's Friday night. And thanks to Rona, I'm here with y'all. Thanks to everything that's going on, man, in this crazy world right now. I get a chance to kick it and chill with y'all. So I'm super excited to get this going. No, I'm not in the garage. No, the cars are not behind me. None of that stuff. It's just me and you guys. And today, you guys saw the title. You saw the thumbnail. So you know that we are going to touch on a pretty significant topic today. And that topic of the day is going to be manual transmission, the manual transmission. That's right. As you guys know, I looked at just a little historical context on the manual transmission and where it stands today. As of, I believe it was 2008, 47% of cars in the United States were offered with a manual transmission, meaning that you had the ability of almost half the cars that were produced, you had the ability to buy that car in a manual transmission. Who wants to guess what that number is today in 2020? The percentage of cars that can be purchased with a manual transmission. Who wants to guess? I'll read some comments in the meantime. Bad Hemi Mike, what's up, brother? Bad Hemi 300S, y'all make sure y'all check that out. Mine equals blown. What is going on? Welcome, guys, welcome. J Wade, 21 Ways. What's going on, man? Trip 215. I'm getting some percentages in, 5%, 2%, 10%, 19%. You guys are not that far off. As of today, it is under 20% of vehicles that you can order. Forget what's being produced. Just the ability to order the car is with a manual transmission is under 20%. Now, the only way that it's even that high is because of worldwide. But in the US, it's probably single digits. I don't have that number, but I would assume that it's probably single digits of what it would be that you could order a car in the US. So anyway, guys, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, I mean, you know what? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. In this chat right now, this is a chat of enthusiasts. No one is going to judge you. I promise. I promise. Do me a favor. Raise your hand if you do not know how to drive a manual. We're not going to judge you. This is for scientific purposes only. We're not going to judge you. Just put a hand up if you do not know how to drive a manual transmission car. It's okay. You can tell us. We won't judge you. We'll teach you. We'll give you some tips and tricks. But if you do not know how to drive a manual transmission car, let me see your hands. Be honest. Be honest. Please. This is for science. Okay, here we go. The hands are coming in. Somebody said barely. Corey Harris, no shame, bro. No shame, no shame. Eddie Chase, no shame. Poppy, no shame. Jeffrey, no shame. Melissa, no shame. Like I said, man, the number is abysmal. Gary Hood said he wish he knew how to drive manual. The numbers are increasingly going lower and lower and lower of people who know how to drive manual transmissions. And the reason why is because technology has changed greatly. Technology has gone from the manual transmission being the thing to the manual transmission being like obsolete. And that comes down to even performance. It is no way humanly possible that any of you, I don't care how good you are at driving, it is no way humanly possible that any of you can shift faster than an automatic or dual clutch transmission. Today, a current model year car, there's no way that any of us can shift faster than that. So for that reason, when you talk about racing, a lot of times, if you're racing an automatic car of the same power level, of similar stature, more than likely you're gonna lose. More than likely you're gonna lose that race, because that automatic is, especially dual clutch, it's quick. You know what I mean? Whereas you sitting there, whop, bop, bop, like every time you like, if y'all watch videos of me racing cars that are similar level when I was in the Hellcat, formerly known as Cheapo Kitty, when you guys watch that car racing, every shift, if it's a close race, it will be like, whop, shift, whop, shift, whop. It wasn't until I could lay in the gear that I was able to finally start to pull away. So that tells you a whole hell of a lot, man, that performance-wise, you know, manual transmissions are completely unnecessary. I mean, just look at the transmissions that's out now. ZF, 8-speed, in so many of the cars, the Challengers, the Chargers. Then you have Ford and Chevy with 10-speed automatic transmission, 10-speed automatic transmissions that not only do they have it, but they can now hold the power. That's another thing. Automatic transmission now are super strong compared to the glass that 4-speed and 5-speed automatic transmissions used to be in the late 90s and early 2000s. These automatic transmissions, a lot of them are capable up to holding 800 wheel horsepower. That is like completely unheard of before. Whereas now, manual transmission cars are the weak point because their clutches can't hold the power. Just look at my Hellcat. It was definitely, that was an issue for me. The fact that my clutch, when I got to a certain power level, would start just slipping. So going back to some of y'all comments, man, I don't want to leave y'all out. Yo, F Fox, that's what's up. No Rules Racing says, Steph, get a 6MT, meaning the 6-speed manual. No Rules Racing, you must be new to the channel, brother. You must be new to the channel. Manuals are just, that's a great point. We'll get to that, Chris. And manuals are just for fun at this point. I agree. Demonology, man, welcome, brother. Welcome to the live stream, man. Thank you for coming in and checking on your boy. So if manual transmissions are slower now, they don't hold the power as much now. Why? Why is the name of this live stream Save the Manuals? Why? What's the purpose? And for me, now I'm gonna ask people later when they come on, but for me, the manual transmission is by far the most control that you will ever have over a vehicle. And if you are not a competitive racer, meaning like you're not going to the drag strip and you're not chasing times and you're not competing like in classes or whatever at a drag strip, you don't necessarily need that consistency for regular driving. And when I say regular driving, I mean driving on the street. Demonology says, if you want to win races, get auto. F your auto. F your auto, man. I'm trying to prove a point here. But yes, you are absolutely right, sir. If you want to win races, meaning he's talking about drag races. If you want to win races, you absolutely have to get an auto. It's the only way. So I will give him that. That's not a problem. However, I will say driving experience, control of the car, feeling like they call it the man pedal. It is nothing in this world like hopping in a 6, 7, 8, 900 wheel horsepower car that you are rolling the gears in. Yo, that feeling is incredible. That crazy like that, like it's just so it make you feel like a man, bro. That's why they call it the man pedal. So I can speak about this. And the reason why that I can speak about this is because you guys know that not only do I have the 6-speed Hellcat, I also have the Red Eye. So I can compare the two and say, is the Red Eye fun to drive? 100% absolutely. It is a fun car to drive. I will say that. So I'm not going to deny that the Red Eye is a fun car to drive. However, it's a different type of fun. The Red Eye is fun because big motor, rear wheel drive, loud sound. Yes. Now add on top of that, banging your own gears, bro. It's just different. It's just totally, I don't know, man. There's no other way that I could describe outside of the fact of just that crazy feeling of that control. And you know what? Maybe that's a personality thing, right? Maybe That's how I am in life. Maybe I like to be in control, you know, and I don't want to go too far off topic, but y'all see where I'm going with this. I like the idea of being in control. I got you, Brooksy in the building, man. Brooks, drag times in the building. Just give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. 1 second, and you guys are gonna have my undivided attention. Technical difficulties a little bit with some of my guests trying to get into the live stream. They seem to be having trouble joining in. But anyway, I don't know if I didn't do something right. I guess, I don't know. And I can't like answer my phone right now because I'm here talking to y'all. So this is my first time hosting like a Zoom call. It's my first time, so y'all bear with me. Y'all hang out with me. It's Friday night. We all hanging out together. Get yourself something to eat. Get yourself something to drink. Sit down, pull up a chair, and just chill. We'll get through it. It is. I am a noob. I'm a Zoom. What does that say? My connection is encrypted. Oh God, I don't know what I'm doing. Damn. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna just. Somebody just text me. Okay. Anyway, manual transmission. Back to the point of that control, man. Now, a lot of you guys are gonna say, you know, but Steph, you know, that's why you might have lost this race, or that's why it was close and it shouldn't have been close. I don't care, man. I don't care. I spend 90% of my time driving my car for my enjoyment and 10% of my time actually going to race against somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's like a very small percentage of the time. And the thing is, the red Hellcat is getting to a point power-wise that, yes, it would be faster. It would be faster in the auto, but it's going to be so fast that it's not going to matter. It's going to take like really, 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 really fast cars in order to run with your boy. Yo, Corey Harris said he snuck the bottle in the club. My man. All right, here we go. Okay, it seems like it's working. Oh man, turn your radio down. Turn your radio down. We got your boy Demonology has officially just crashed the, oh man, Demonology crashed. And who else just crashed? Oh man, your boy Rush Shift just crashed. You guys have to connect to your audios and cut your cameras on so that the people can see you. So that the people can see you. Rush, what's up, brother?
How you doing? How are you?
I'm good, man. You gonna let the people see you, or you hiding from us? Bad hair.
I'm trying to get it to work, man. I've never used this before. Let's see. So start video. Maybe that'll work.
Yes, there you go. Oh, there he is. There.
How y'all doing? Hello, hello.
Okay, Herman, cut off the camera. He in the bed with Cindy. Oh Lord Jesus. Hey, Rush, can you see me?
I can see you. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just open up your live stream so I can see what's going on in the chat.
Okay, so there's a little bit of a delay. Herman, we can't hear you. You have to unmute your mic. Let me see if I can do it for you. No, I cannot. I can't unmute your mic. You got to do it yourself, sir. Hey, so what's up, brother? Good. Yo, do you tell your subscribers your actual name?
I just go by Rush. I mean, that's
Okay,
really what
cool.
everyone calls me at.
Go ahead and introduce yourself, man. So Mod to Fame, this is Rush Shift, and he's gonna tell you a little bit about himself and his channel, man. Go for it.
Cool. So I run a channel on YouTube here as well. I started off with a Challenger SRT 392. Had it for about, I'd say it's closing in on like 2.5 years now. But I also have a Mustang 2019 that I picked up last year in March. I decided to keep the Challenger as a daily driver, and I modified the Mustang. I supercharged it because it was a manual and I wanted to drive a manual car. I felt like nobody else was really putting on for the manuals in the Mustang space for like the newer cars, and kind of built up a following for with that. So I think I'm one of the few YouTubers that's crazy enough to drive the manual, since everyone is all about the 10-speed nowadays.
So you purchased that car knowing that the 10-speed was out?
Oh yeah, I specifically went looking for the manual. I mean, I had the automatic Challenger, and I just didn't want to do another auto. It was just I was getting bored, and that's the thing, really. Like the excitement was starting to wear off. You get a new car, like one of these, higher horsepower cars, and the first couple times you hit it, and then after a while, just get used to it. But with the Mustang, it never felt that way because I was always kind of so involved in the whole process of driving it. So it's still a lot of fun to this day, and the noises that you get with the manual and everything like that, it's very rowdy.
All right, what'd you say, Herman?
I say, tell him to turn his radio down. All I got is echo. Hearing everything twice.
Oh God, Jesus! Listen, I'm sorry, Rush. We got an old man on the channel. Welcome. Also, we got Brooks from Drag Times.
What's up?
Demonology. Introduce yourself, man, to the people.
Brooks from Drag Times.
Yeah, I know, right?
I've hung out with these guys quite a bit.
Hey,
I'm just coming to push buttons. That's all.
I'm a mute Demonology for now because he keep out first in class. Go ahead, Brooks. Sorry.
I don't remember what I was saying now. I got a manual car though. I still got one.
Yeah, I know, the Ford GT, right?
Right up there. Yeah.
So out of all your mini cars, why do you hold on to a manual car?
It's not particularly because it's a manual. I mean, part of it is, but I mean, there's nothing like that car. I mean, engine in the back, American manual transmission. That's it. You're never going to see one. Think about it, right?
Okay. So what's the driving experience like compared to your auto cars?
Oh, that thing's a beast. I mean, you'll put it in a tree if you're not careful, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That control. That's what I was.
I mean, honestly, it's a pain in the ass to drive.
I think it's very raw.
That's true.
It is. I mean, you're in Miami, you get stuck in traffic with those manuals. I'm just like, oh my God, where's my dual clutch? But
imagine being in New York City traffic in a Hellcat manual.
I mean, I had a Gallardo manual as well, gated twin turbo car. Thing was brutal fast, right? I mean, it pulled like a 155, 160 trapping car, but it would only trap 150 because every time you shifted gears, you lost all the boost and you're just done. Just done. But that feeling when it was on power, car pulled hard, really hard.
All right, Herman, your turn, man. You can go ahead and, he's frozen.
Hey man, I know what the problem is I got your video running in the background. I got to try to find it so I can shut it down. Hey man,
you got to mute that.
We'll let you get that sorted, man. While we go through this. But anyway, so Rush, man, back to you. So you just put a blower on a car recently?
Yeah, it's been on since early this year. Okay. I made the switch, yeah.
And you just did the exhaust and everything. What power level are you on right now?
The car's mid 600s right now at the wheels.
Okay, and what's the point? Because nobody's ever satisfied.
Yeah, you know how it is. I'm actually sitting next to a bunch of parts for the fuel system for it. I'm going to turn it up, put it on the 85 because, in California, we have 91. So that was kind of limiting to how much power I can get out of it. And I've seen a lot of people have issues turning up the power with that octane rating at least. So 85 is the move. Thankfully, it's not a daily driver, so it's just a car that I'm using to kind of have fun with, race. And I want to be like I think at 800s is where I'll probably cap it off for the street. I don't want to go any higher than that. And then after that, just kind of work on suspension and some other stuff. But we still got a little bit to go before I can get it there.
Right. Brooks, in the world of Teslas and all this kind of stuff, man, what's the future in your opinion for manual cars?
There is none.
Gone, right?
I agree 100%.
Nah, There's no Ferraris not making them. McLaren's not making them. No Lambo's ever going to make it. Tesla's obviously not going to make it. There is no transmission.
Correct.
I mean, maybe BMWs might hang on to a couple just because people say they want it. Look, the reason the Viper died, and everyone used to say, oh, we have to have a V10 in the Viper, and we have to have a manual. Well, you know what? That killed the car.
Manual killed it.
That killed it because
Out of there.
just no one wants to drive that anymore. And the Viper people said, hey, that's what we have to have. And I'm a Viper person. I've had 2 of them over 15 years. Yeah. And I was like, you gotta move ahead. Put a turbo in that thing, move the engine in the back, do something, put an automatic in there. You got to progress. And that car died. No one's buying it. It just fell behind. Yeah. People say they want it, but they're not putting the money up and they're not buying it. So bye-bye Viper. Yeah. That's what killed it.
Yeah, my brother had a Gen 5 Viper, and that car, man, that thing got away from me one time. Got away from a lot of people. That car was crazy.
I'm a huge Viper fan, but I sold it for another manual car, but they didn't make that car anymore anyways. You know what I mean? So yeah, there was no progression in the Ford. And when Ford did come out with the new GT, what happened? Dual clutch, small motor.
You know how to drive manual, Herman?
Yeah. I mean, I actually know how to drive manual, man. You know, I started with a 3 on the tree way back in the day. Brooks know what that is. You know what the 3 on the tree is. You probably don't know what that is, Steph.
My father was telling me about 3-speed automatic transmissions earlier. 3-speed manual today. He was telling me.
Yeah, no, man. I started with a 3 on the tree, man, and I love the manual. But once I started racing, man, I realized that everybody was getting away from manuals going to automatics because automatics was more consistent, and consistency wins races if you want to do rounds. Now, if you want to have fun, then yes, get you a manual because it will let you control a car like a automatic will not let you do it. But, you know, I mean, if you want to win races, you want to make rounds, if you're not racing just in a manual class, then, you know, you need to get you an automatic. What's your thought on it, Brooks?
What's that?
Winning races, manuals versus auto.
That's why Stephon loses all the time.
I knew that was coming. This weekend.
You're the only one that can say that.
What? Yeah, this weekend I'm putting up a compilation of a bunch of my wins in my manual car. Autos and each and everything. But at the track, I could never get that car to behave right. Ever. I never got it right at the track strip. So like Rush, man, what is your opinion? Like, are you more of a drag strip guy or are you more of a street Mexico guy?
I'd have to be Mexico. I mean, the reason is just we have one 8-mile track here. That's all.
That's terrible.
You know. Yeah, an 8-mile track. I tried going a couple times, and you'd be there for hours. You know, get 2-3 runs, and the 8th mile just ends so fast.
It's for babies and Herman.
Yeah, hey,
it's man, it wasn't exciting.
8 mile is a racer's track. When you learn how to race, you will want to run on the 8th because it's all about the driver. You can't walk past people in the 8th. It's very hard to do.
Right.
Bro, I think the 1/4-mile track, unless it's a private rental, to me is boring.
Yeah. I mean, I can imagine. I mean, from a content point of view, I think that a lot of the audience doesn't care too much for the drag strip videos. At least on my channel, that's what I found. They never found it entertaining. The raw, the kind of on the street type of stuff is always the stuff that got a lot of views and it gets a lot of attention because I think they relate to it more. You know, because you have those random occurrences, usually like you're out and then somebody tries to mess with you and people like seeing, you know, what the outcome is.
Well, I mean, I beg to differ with you on that, Rush. You know, I beg to differ. I mean, we got Brooks is in the house right now, the big boss with the hot sauce. Most of his racing is done on the drag strip. Yes, he does have some stuff out on the street. But
nowadays, because I got chased out of the street racing.
Right. He used to be in Mexico. What are you talking about? Brooks was big in Mexico.
On the drag strip. And I think what you have to do now on the drag strip is something that I did at my race event, and I'm going to start doing it on a regular basis, is roll racing at the drag strip. That is a lot of fun, and I had a lot of people that had a lot of fun doing that. Roll racing at the drag strip. So, yeah.
You gave me a really hard time about that, Demonology, so it's funny to hear you say that.
I mean, if that was around here, I'd be up for it too. I mean, I saw the videos you guys posted, even just the 6 when you guys ran them and all that. It looked like a lot of fun. It just
Right.
was not. It's not like a thing that I have access to here. But if it was, I think it would be cool because obviously it's a lot more controlled. And
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, we always want to be safe in whatever we do, and you can't say don't do it because, you know, everybody's going to do what you tell them not to do. The only problem with racing on the street is not only do you endanger your life, you endanger the lives of others. You know, I've worked accidents before to where you had families coming home from church on Wednesday night, and two guys decided to go drag racing in the middle of the street and wipe out and kill a whole family. You know, and not only is that family lost, but the people that was driving the car that got killed, their family is miserable and lost. So, I mean, it's, you know, anything can happen to anybody, but the more you tempt fate, the more, you know, something is more reliable. You know, something is possibly going to go down. If you just keep playing with a snake, you're going to get bit. I say put it on the drag strip because if something does happen at the drag strip, all your emergency services are right there. You tend to be a lot safer and you have a better chance of surviving. And it's nothing saying you're not going to get in an accident at the drag strip because we do, but you have proper emergency services right there on top of it. That's just, you know, that's my thing. I don't do.
So, however, as theoretically great as that is, I agree with you that the content that comes out of the excitement and the allure of being in Mexico and the relatability, I notice a huge swing in a positive direction in terms of views and stuff.
Yeah.
The drag strip stuff it's just, I don't know, it's hard to like put a storyline behind it.
Yeah, I mean,
what do you think, Brooks? I think you can build a storyline up if you have two people that you can build it with.
I mean, I've been just doing the street racing stuff since like I can't even long time, right? And it all came on me, and some people know what happened, some people don't, but nothing bad happened for people or anything like that. But you know, I was being investigated and stuff like that. So I can tell you this, that I just can't do it anymore just because of those facts. I went out to that area and I haven't been out there in like 2 years. And I went out, just had my car out there and I got
fishing. You went fishing?
Went fishing. I recognized and pulled over by the trooper who got out of the car and said, "I've been waiting for you." And I said, "You've been waiting for me? You haven't been waiting for me." He's like, "Yeah, Orange 720 has drag times." I'm like, oh my God. So I'm not going to say I don't do it anymore, but not at that level. It got crazy. And the thing is, like, the older you get and the more you have to lose, you get a reality check, you know?
Yes.
I want to take
if you're young and you don't have much to lose and you're out there and doing stuff, but when you have a lot to lose, you get a sense of what could really happen if something did go bad. But there's different levels of street racing too. I mean, there's the people who do the highway stuff in and out of cars. I never did that. You'll never see me.
I don't do that. Yeah, I don't do that.
Yeah,
Open
I'm
highway,
on that same boat where it's
open highway, no one there. I mean, you know, I don't fret upon it.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Boost in Motion. Thank you so much for the $10 donation. Boost in Motion has a YouTube channel for the Infinities. I'm not sure if you met him when you came here, Brooks, for the airstrip. But he said a bunch of heavy hitters on the live, a lot of knowledge on the screen tonight. God bless everybody and stay safe.
Hey, Steph, hey, man, I hate to interrupt you, man, but I got to go, man. My wife got us sitting up here in a hotel. They got our house torn apart. And
you're in a hotel?
Yeah, man, we in a hotel. We got the dogs in there sleeping with us. And they got the house torn apart, all painted up. You can't sleep in it tonight. So I got my neighbors watching. But anyway, man, I got to let y'all go, man. I got things to do.
Good seeing you, Herman.
Thanks for coming on.
Brooks. Hey, you too, Rush Ship. Appreciate you being with me. God bless you guys.
Take care.
Yeah, so for me that I get some of the stupidest comments from people in person a lot of times where they'll say things like, "Yo, but if we were in traffic, I would kill you." And I'll be like, who's going to race in traffic?
Do it all the time.
This thing, man, and it's just super unsafe. Also, shout out to Frozen 06. Thank you for the $10 donation. Appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. Fila Hemi Life, I see you, man. What's up, brother? Real to Real, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? But yeah, guys, I don't do that stuff. But no, if the road is empty, like you said, and you got 2 clear lanes ahead of you, and your friend just happens to be next to you, it is what it is.
Yeah. Now they're passing laws where they can use video against you. Past video.
Really?
Like videos I shot 2 years ago.
Well, not 2 years, because that's past the statute of limitations.
How far back can you?
Less than 2 years. Now, not after they pass the law, right? So they can't go back 2 years. They can't pass the law now and go back, right? But they could if they pass the law now and you do something tomorrow, and then 2 months down the road they come see the video and they can prove it, and you can get in trouble. Maybe not up there, but in Florida.
What is the status of that law? Where is it at now?
In Florida, it passed.
It passed already in Florida?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you're done. You got to stay.
Well, it depends on what you put in the video.
Are you talking about like if they can determine like the location, or they can see your speed, or? Because I would think there's like some pretty big channels like 1320 Video and all these guys that they post stuff. Would that mean that they would
usually post other people doing it?
Yeah.
They do.
Well, right. So, I mean, those guys usually aren't street racing themselves. They do ride-alongs and film.
Yeah, but does that put the person that they're riding along with in trouble per se?
You can. Yeah. You can get in trouble for organizing a drag race.
Wow.
Okay.
I mean, I would think
kind of crazy. Yeah.
I would think with everything that's going on right now.
Now they don't. Yeah. Now you can do whatever you want. The roads are in.
Right.
I've had
racing league right now.
I've had police friends actually tell me that they're not writing tickets, they're not caring. They just I mean, obviously if you're doing something stupid and crazy, but
Rush,
man,
I
gotta tell you, I miss that kind of stuff a lot. But for me, it got out of hand. It went from 1 to 1, and then I would post something on Instagram, and people would like go out and just find us, and then we'd have 10 people and 12 people, and then it was like 20 people. And then there was drones, and then there was this, and it just got like so crazy.
So were you doing it like an organized, or was it like an event? Like there was actual like multiple people running at the same time, or was it more of a exclusive like one-on-one type of setting?
One-on-one, but people will come out just to do different things.
Gotcha.
So.
Hey Rush, so I noticed that you do a great job of like no information, no nothing. How did you come up with your style and how you shoot your vids?
Well, for me, it was like my priority was obviously like being safe. So, location was everything, finding places where there is literally no cars around and making sure there's no cars around. So if there are cars around, then we're not going to do the run. We're going to wait until we get some clear space. And I need to make sure I have confidence in the person I'm racing that they can handle their car, that they are going to be, kind of abiding by certain rules, as in if a car pops up, they're not going to try to get around it or do any, kind of high-speed maneuvers, stuff like that. Because I realized if you put that type of content out there, even the people that do enjoy the racing and stuff like that, they will still have something to say about it because it looks dangerous, and it is. So we try to do it as safe as possible, so we don't upset anybody, but at the same time, we can kind of get some fun content and stuff to share. I mean, at the end of the day, if you enjoy racing, regardless, you're probably racing at one point or another.
Yeah. 100%.
So there's a lot of people that get online and they're all of a sudden they're goody two shoes, but it's a different story when they're out on the street. So, but with my racing, I don't like to do group events. I don't like having a lot of people. I feel like car guys, especially when there's a big group going on, people use that as an excuse to get extra kind of, trying to show off or get, a little attention on themselves. So usually when it's just one-on-one, it's a lot more relaxed, and we can kind of just keep it tame. And I think it's just location's everything, just being safe about it and the right time. So most of my videos like nowadays are shot at nighttime, and that's because the roads are clear. And they're usually pretty late. Like we're out there like at 1 o'clock, when it's past midnight, far inland where there's really nobody around, and I haven't had any issues up until now. And I know there's other like police officers that do watch this channel and they see the racing and stuff like that. No one has said anything yet, not kind of justifying that it's right or anything like that, but they appreciate that the extent that we go to make sure that we're not putting anyone else in danger. Because I know if we're trying to race, like we're taking that risk, but last thing I would ever want to do is put someone that isn't trying to be a part of that in that kind of uncomfortable situation where you know,
Right.
I have cars flying past. So that's kind of what tailored my style into making the videos that I do.
So there was a time before, before I got a little older, I was a little more like crazy and reckless. That was before YouTube. My family likes to always say that Stephen has 9 lives and he always lands on his. But I calmed down like a lot. So a lot of the videos that you see now that you think may look crazy, that's nothing compared to. But as I got older, man, it's just something that I had to get a hold on. I don't want to encourage people that watch our channels to think like, that what we're doing is what they're doing. Because a lot of times what they're doing is you're driving down the street and you literally see people like cutting in and out, and that's not what we're doing. So I don't encourage or whatever street racing or whatever the case may be. A lot of times you go out in the middle of the night. Me and my friends, we go out 6 o'clock in the morning. So it's totally different. Like 6 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. As soon as the sun comes up, that's when we're out there. So it's just completely and totally different,
Yeah, I mean, you try to take precautions. I think that's what it is. At the end of the day, like us car guys, we're in a community where we get grouped together a lot. So like, let's say I drive a Mustang and I go out there and I'm racing, during like through traffic or something. It puts a bad image for all the other Mustang guys too. So
you guys have a bad image.
Yeah, so I try to kind of clean up that image as much as I can, where we keep it. You watch the video and there's nothing that's a red flag to you. Like these guys are reckless. These guys are crazy. Get them off the streets type of thing. People watch them and they first of all blur speeds, you blur location, just the run and that's it. I don't like to include any of the other stuff like getting on, where we got on, where we got off, all that stuff. It's not important anyways. So I try to kind of summarize it all and just put a video it's fun for everyone to see, and as long as it's not super dangerous for us to film, I'll do it. But there are races where I haven't done it because I felt like it was too dangerous, whether weather or people around or something like that. So
Brooks, what's the next car for you, man? What's next on the list, brother?
765 LT. I'm getting my final order in next week.
That car. What do you think? Do you think it's power wise? Do you think it's just a tune? Or do you think they did something?
No, they did quite a bit more than that. Yeah, it's got minimum 50 more horsepower, as they're telling me. 15% shorter gearing, so they pulled back the gearing to compensate for the aero. So it tops out, drops 12 miles an hour, only tops out at 205, which is fine. So you're gonna get all that grunt down there, and then yeah, so it's gonna be very fast.
Which car is going to go away?
The 720.
Okay, that makes sense. So just straight even. I tell you, man, when you came up here, we had a whole discussion in a group chat that I'm in about the traction control on the 720s and how if you cut it all the way off, it's like a dangerous car.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Well, there's normal mode even on my stock car. When you hit second gear or third and it spins, you can feel it cut back the power. You press it once, it'll let you kind of slide through it, and you press it all the way. Well, you don't need to press it all the way unless you have like a highly modified car. Then, I mean, I've spun at 120 miles an hour. You can feel the haze in the tires. So at some of the half-mile events, and even at your event, I was hazing the tires at around 90, 200 miles an hour. So you just got to be careful, because McLaren cuts it off, you're donezo. You'll just,
So Russ, I hosted an event at an airstrip that we rent out, and Brooks flew up to race me, and I went out for a test pass, no problem. Went to take him for a test pass, and end up filing out 2 of my plugs and couldn't race. So he flew up here to race, and I couldn't race. But I think I know what happened. Again, manual transmission. On my test pass, I missed one of my gears.
Oh, okay.
Mission.
Did you hit the rev limiter?
Huh?
You hit the rev limiter?
Yeah, so it bounced off the rev limiter and fouled out 2 plugs, and we couldn't race. I was done for the day, but we still had a good time. But that was a really sucky situation for me. I was trying to focus on running the event, but in the back of my mind, I'm just like,
I did like 8 races that day with other people's cars. That was fine. It was fun.
Yeah, you had a good time. I mean, he was racing McLarens and what else did he race?
I did the Porsche, all those Porsches. I think I raced 3 of them. Then the Supra, and then something else. I forget. It was fun. But I came back around and they're like, "Ooh, that was faster than we were doing." I'm like, "Well, I'll turn the traction off." They're like, and then they're kind of like, "Ooh." I'm like,
That's right. Yes, you cut the traction completely off on the McLarens.
Yeah.
That was crazy. So
only the second time around, once you get the feel for how the power's coming on, because all those tunes are different.
So the guy with the gray car tried that at a later event and he spun out, but it's grass. So it is what it is. He just went.
Yeah, I mean, I've been at the drag strip, turned it all the way off, and halfway down, if it spins too much, I'll let off because it'll start spinning. Those tune cars are ridiculous. They'll start spinning at 120 miles an hour.
How much power are they pushing? Sorry.
The tune cars are putting around 950 wheel.
Wow. It's insane.
Yeah. Can you imagine that car weighs what? What does that car weigh?
30, just over 3,000 pounds, 3,100 pounds.
Yeah. And it's
dual
just so
clutch
aerodynamic. Yeah.
3,000 pounds.
That's why it's so
900 wheel.
And the 765 drops 80 kilograms, which is 130 pounds. So if you let's say you drop 100 pounds and you add 50 minimum horsepower and you short up the gearing, thing's gonna be nuts.
It is. I mean, that's just a level of like money though that like a lot of people never.
No, of course. No, it's yeah. I mean, it's.
I mean, how much is that car gonna be? The 765.
The base price is that well, it is bad. I'm just saying, compared to McLaren wise, everyone thought it was gonna be a lot worse. It starts at 358.
Okay, I'm gonna say something that people are gonna be like, "You're crazy." That's not bad for that car.
It's all real
car.
Right?
That's
I'd
not
say it's
bad.
not bad to other people. It's bad. But I'm just saying, there's 720 Spiders out there that are 400,000.
Yeah, that white one.
My spec in the 765 is coming out to 378. So,
Rush, how many Hellcats and Mustangs can we get with that?
Oh man. Oh man, quite a bit. Quite a bit.
Well, I'm
But
selling the Ford over there. If anyone even wants a yellow GT,
Oh, you're gonna sell it?
Yeah, I just hit 2 years. I hit 2 years in like a couple weeks.
What are you gonna sell it for?
Whatever I can get. I don't know. They're going for like used with the miles about 9 something. No miles are going for like 1.1 million.
How much were they new?
I paid 500. Not complaining.
That's not fair. And
These
what
two
about
Fords will pay for every car loss I've ever had. The other one I only paid 140 for, and that's worth like 275, 300. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm never selling the old one. I'm keeping. That's a keeper. There'll never be another car like that.
I'm sorry, guys. We kicked Brooks out of the chat. He wasn't a fit. One thing I respect though, man, is you're actually out here racing these cars. Like you could watch a Drag Times video and actually see like real racing. A lot of the other guys, they get these cars and they drive them, but not really. You know what I mean?
Most people don't know what they're doing with these cars.
Yes, I like those guys. I like racing those guys.
That's why I flew up to show you that. When you beat that 720, I'm like, I don't think so. No.
Hey,
I'm not saying you didn't beat him. I'm just saying.
We're going to fly you back up again. We're going to fly you back up again. We'll
if your car's getting built motor, it's going to be different now.
You'll have another 10 or 12 races that day, but one of them will put up the Hellcat against the 720, a stock 720.
Yeah, but now you're making more power.
Hey, no, nobody needs to know that.
Well, built motor. I'm like, well, you have to run a tuned 720 then. That'll be fair.
I mean, first, let me get the stock one, please.
One at a time.
Listen, what do those cars run 60 to 130? Realistically, stop.
My best is 5.2.
But what average? 5.5?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is that stock?
Yeah.
Stock.
Wow.
Yeah. I did five. Mine's up here. I did 5.25. Yeah.
Did you do yours, Rush?
No, I haven't done mine. I don't have a draggy.
You got to get it, man.
I need to get it to that.
Plus, you can make videos with it. It's good for you to have too, because then you could show like your stages of your mods. So it's like this much power. It was this, and you have that data to
kind of to compare with. Yeah. No, it looks pretty cool. I just recently found out what it was. I was watching like videos on Instagram of people posting. I'm like, how are they getting that? And then I found that it was a device.
Stick shift cars, unfortunately, they die on the draggy.
I only need one shift in the GT though.
That's amazing.
Yeah, one shift.
That's some long ass gears.
Very long.
Wait,
gears.
what? One shift to do what?
60 to 130.
60 to 130.
What do you start in third?
No, second to third gear. My third gear goes over 130.
Oh my god.
Second gear
that's the same for me too. Because my Mustang, my was it my third gears? No, actually so 3 to 4. Because my fourth goes to 160. So no, I'd have to do 2 shifts.
Yeah,
most people 2 shifts for me. So what happens is those 2 shifts kill your time. Like I don't care how fast you think you shift, it eats up the time.
What do you think I got out of that car? 60 to 130, the old GT.
What is it? How much?
What do you think I got 60 to 130 on that car?
How much power did you make?
650 wheel.
7 flat.
7 flat. Close.
What do you think, Rush? Well, Rush doesn't do it, so he wouldn't know.
I'll go 6.5.
6.7.
6.7.
Wow, that's that 1 gear shift. That's that 1 gear shift.
But you have to, kind of bite your lip and hope it doesn't spin too. Because if you spin second to third, you're at 100, and that could be nasty.
Yeah.
That car's torque monster. Yeah.
So are you power shifting it for that time?
I wouldn't.
Or is that actual? You're clutching it all.
I got lift. If you no lift shift that car, you could be in a tree. There's no traction control, nothing.
Yeah, that's way too raw of an experience.
Yeah.
You no lift shift, Rush?
On the Mustang, no. I mean, I've done it when I'm racing because of you're in it. You know what I'm saying? But when I try to do it consciously, that it can't get it to happen. But I have done it just racing a couple times. It doesn't feel too good though. It feels like my transmission is probably gonna break if I do it again, type of thing. But I've accidentally done it a couple times.
I could do it with Porsches, but with the Challenger, the car is just too heavy and the tranny is too sloppy. So
yeah, well, you guys have the TR6060 in those. I thought they're really good transmission because I don't think there's anything as bad as the MT82 that we get.
They're good transmissions, but still the shifting is not as precise as when I drive a stick shift Porsches. Those cars are like a button. It's like first, second, third.
Yeah, see that's how it is in my car because I got I have a MGW short throw shifter with a weighted shift knob. So it's a very short distance and it's a very mechanical feel to it. That's the first thing I did actually. I upgraded that because I hated the sloppiness of the stock. I used to miss gears a lot because it would lock me out. It would never align right. But now it's I haven't missed a gear in a long time because it's just the company that makes them does a really good job. So it's the best.
I guess we're making a really good case for automatic transmissions, huh?
I mean, there's no denying it. Automatics are the new wave, and I guess it's the future. But I just can't picture having 2 automatics. I just would get bored. If it was my only car, I would probably just stick with the auto because it makes more sense. But when you have the luxury of having more than one car, I think that's when you can kind of have a toy that's a manual. Because every once in a while, just jumping in and taking it for a spin, it puts a smile on your face. I don't care what anyone says. It's one of those things where it makes you a little happy. It's a different experience altogether. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and argue that the automatics aren't faster. I raced a guy this morning that had a manual Challenger and wanted to see the difference, and I saw the difference firsthand. I was just.
So he had a manual Scat or 392.
Yeah, and we raced him in the SRT, and it just. Yeah, I was just getting it every time. I mean, he was putting up a good fight, but he looked like he was working so hard for it where, obviously the SRT was just, not sweating at all because that's what it does.
I'm just going to be counting on Steph missing a shift. Right before we race, we were like, yo, wait. Just don't miss a shift, Steph. Don't miss. Right before we race.
Hey, man, it happens.
Put that in the back of your mind.
It always happens at the worst time. It always happens, never fails. Yeah. Where you just, but you know what, man? It's even with all that frustration, it's still, when you get it right, it's so rewarding. Wrong every other time, but when you get it right, you like, yes, I did that. It was me. So what you count on.
I hear you.
That being said, I think I'll be able to not granny shift, but I'll be able to take my time a little bit and still be the stock.
How much power are you gonna make in the new setup?
On YouTube, it's gonna say 900 wheel. Probably 920 wheels. What I'm gonna say on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. When's it gonna be done?
The car is done. It's just
done?
a matter of doing fluid flushes and
so you had to build the motor?
throttle body. So those videos will be coming out probably this week.
Okay.
The car running and all that kind of stuff. We're gonna put it on the dyno and let it drive for like 50 miles on cruise control before I take it out. Make sure all the temperatures and stuff are good because those cars.
So now it's a built motor now.
System.
It's a built motor now.
Nope, still stock motor. Just a couple little things. That's it. But still stock motor.
Couple little things. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Still stock motor. Still stock motor. But that being said, man, we're gonna have some fun. We still gotta get this Tesla versus Cheetah, whatever thing that you got. Is that the update you were waiting on?
Yep.
Okay. So we'll get that done. Tesla Red Eye. Ironically, the car that I use.
You're not gonna be walking away like that anymore now. They're trapping 128.
Okay, that's very close to 1 mile an hour difference.
But I'm gonna race you when it's really hot.
That's not right.
Yep.
All right. So listen, the guy that
dead of freaking summer. That's when we're racing.
The guy Hellstorm SRT lives in Jacksonville, man. So literally, I'll be able to fly down to you, and we'll be able to do it at the track.
All right. We just put the lighter wheels on from Tesla on that car. He bought them, so it should be a little quicker. We did 0 to 60.
So that means that you don't mind us putting you don't mind
stock wheels.
Wheel
They're
on
still
Red
stock
Eye.
Tesla wheels.
Yeah, stock 17-inch wheels that I find.
No. 21s.
Some company made them. Same shit. Listen, I'm not handicapping the car. We're not doing that. We did that once already. We're not doing that again.
That's not handy. You had slicks on.
The car, it was slick. It was slicks, all right. Hey, Rush, listen, man. Shout out to Storm SRT. However, the car, the tires were good for like one pass. Literally, I did one pass, and then after that, the tires just didn't hold.
You went for more on the second pass. That's what happened.
They were. I did. I went for more RPM.
You got greedy. You should have just left it at the 10.5, and you would have beat me bad. But he's like, no, I want to beat him really bad.
Yeah, that's what
like, where'd he go?
It was, man. So the tires held the first time. I stalled it up to about 1600, and the tires held. So then I said I'm gonna stall it up to 1900, and they just blew right off.
Blew it off.
And I was on all season 19s, like grandma tires that you would find on like a Cadillac.
That car was cooking. The Tesla, all four wheels were grabbing and going.
It's true.
It didn't spin at all.
No. I'm just saying, like, I didn't need those tires.
I give the Tesla a lot of credit, okay? You heard it here in front of all these people. I'm giving the Tesla credit. It was good. It was good.
We definitely got to do it again. So
yes.
I think we got 1051 on the street in that car with the update.
These Teslas, what
and
you think of
now
these Teslas,
the launch system's all revised. It's a lot easier to drag race. So I think at the track, I mean, I've heard personally that the car's supposed to go like 1036, but we have to see it.
They're insane, man. These Teslas are insane. I got to drive one.
Yeah.
I got to try one out, and I hadn't really kind of dabbled into it too much, but it was, I think, the P100D, like with the ludicrous mode.
Yeah, the previous one.
Yeah, it was just insane. Like the speed and the amount of, just the G-force you feel when it takes off, it just makes you sick. And like, I've never been sick in a car before, but that was one that actually did. Because it's just, there's no sense of speed in it because it's so quiet, So
yeah.
we drove around for like 45 minutes, between me and my buddy, just trying it out. And I was like, wow, this is just, it's a whole new kind of, realm of speed that I had never experienced before, because there's no shifting too and all that. So yeah, I don't know. It's a crazy ride. I don't know.
How much is the new car? The new Tesla? What is it called? Is it still a P100D, right?
No, they just call it Tesla Performance. It's 100,000 out the door.
It's 100,000 base.
No, loaded. There's no options. 100,000.
So is that the Model S, or
Yeah.
is that okay? It's the S.
Yeah, 100 grand out the door. Now at the end of the year, they're doing plaid mode. They're going to add another motor. It's going to have 3 motors, 2 in the back and 1 in the front. So it could have another 500 horsepower, depending on how they want to push it. So then what are you going to do? Because now we're talking 9s, right? It could go 9s.
That's definitely.
But what's the thought process behind that? Are like Tesla owners like at the tracks really running these things, or is just
they are?
Oh my God, you've seen all the Tesla drag races? They're there all the time.
It's like a couple cars. It's like you and like 2 other people.
No, on YouTube, maybe. No, there's a lot. Go search for it. A lot of people are doing it. Yeah.
Interesting. So maybe that's the thing of the future.
The 3 is like 50 grand. A lot of people are out there racing the 3, you know.
And those run what, mid 11s?
My best is 11.5. So I don't have a Model S. My P100D is gone. I have the Model 3 now until the new Plaid comes out the end of the year.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, fellas, I appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna hang back and answer some questions from the guys. Rush, thanks for coming on. Brooks, thank you for
having me.
Stay safe up there.
I
don't know, maybe when the next one or whatever, I'll come up for another set of races with you.
Yep, and I'll come down and I'll use that gray red eye again from Hellstorm SRT, and then make sure it has some good tires on it, and we'll run against the Plaid.
Let's do that as soon as we open up down here.
Not a problem.
Sounds good.
Another big view video there, though. Tesla versus Hellcat. I don't know why.
I told you.
Always a lot of views.
It only did good because I won. If you won, it wouldn't have done that good.
Well, I need to win the next time.
Because the Tesla people won't post it out. But,
I'll see y'all later, man.
I'm looking forward to it.
Take care, guys. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Fellas, what's up, man? Thank you guys so much for coming on. Thank you to Demonology. Thank you to Rush Shift. Thank you to Drag Times. You guys are awesome. I did get a message from Daniel, and It's Just a Six. They were out doing a photo shoot and it ran long. And also I got a message from Woman Driven, who said that she's completing a ceramic coating on the car, and it also ran a little bit over. So I just wanted to let those guys go so I could address some of the comments. There are a lot of them. I needed to catch back up, and then I'm gonna jump off. So Riff 33 SRT said he's thinking about trading this Hellcat for a red eye. I could tell you, man, it's worth the move, as long as you're not increasing your monthly outlay that much, or as long as you're not losing a lot of money. It definitely is worth the upgrade though, because you're getting demon everything in the red eye. So I definitely can tell you there's a significant difference between a regular Hellcat and a Hellcat red eye. That's in the drag strip as well as roll racing, everything. Is definitely a difference. Fila Hemila said 2020 colors are not great for the red eye. My color that I have, I love. I love that indigo blue. It is sick. Like recently the car was in a music video and stuff, and I was just looking back at some of the footage, and it just looks special to me in that color. So Derek's Mod Fame says 720 versus 991 TT was the best run of that day with Brooks. Absolutely. You guys can go back and look at some of our airstrip runs, or you could search Mod to Fame 720 versus 911, and it should come up. Yep, 3,100 pounds for the McLaren. Brooks definitely with those money moves. He's definitely above our level. We can talk about it. Fila Hemila said the red eye hood is ugly, the dual snorkel. Some people like it, some people don't. It's totally up to you. And I'm sorry, I'm just trying to catch up, guys. Making sure I don't miss anybody. I have to say though, my 6.1 is a 6-speed, and I really don't like these cars very much with a stick. Yeah, I mean, I love it, but a Hellcat is different than the previous model cars. They're a lot tighter. The engineering is a lot more behind it. So you should drive a stick shift Hellcat and you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm making sure that I get to you guys. I don't want to leave you out. Global Media said his favorite Porsche tuners are BBI. Favorite Lambo tuners is Sheepy and Underground Racing, and VF Engineering for superchargers. Yeah, that's a good lineup for those type of cars. A little bit, again, above the pay grade for Mopars, but I agree 100%. However, my Porsche is tuned by DME. DME tuned my Porsche, and it's very, very clean. It's very quick and very clean, the tune. It's also pretty conservative. My tune is not very aggressive either. My car could be a good amount faster, but we didn't go like full out stage 2 plus. We didn't go the full Monty on my Porsche. On Ramp TV said, Mod the Fame has a red eye. The update that we just released yesterday or the day before yesterday, I think it was yesterday. The update that we released is the latest update. As of right now, I still don't know what the status is, if they looked at the diff yet to figure that out. I could tell you right now, if we don't have definitive answers by like the beginning of the week next week, we're gonna have to pull the car and just fix it ourselves, because I can source the parts. I already went through the whole process. I even offered them now to say, hey, if I bought the parts, will you reimburse me from Dodge? With the money you get from Dodge for warranty, will you reimburse me if I get the parts and give them to you? So that's where we are, and I don't know what's gonna end up happening, but I need that car back on the road. We need it back on the channel. We need to get back to making videos with the red eye, man. I got Frostbite. I'm assuming Hemi Life, you got a new car, because that Frostbite Blue is pretty cool. Oh, yo, what's up, Saquon? How you doing, girl? Wow, Saquon Talks is a good friend. She's supposed to be on the channel. So after all this pandemic is over, we'll get together. We'll get her behind the wheel. I forgot what car she said she wanted to drive, though, but we're gonna throw her behind the wheel of a car. Y'all check out her channel as well. She's in a new movie with Jennifer Hudson coming out, playing the Aretha Franklin movie. She's one of the actresses in there. She's just an awesome In the Dark series on Netflix. She's on there. So, and we're gonna bring her to the channel. Good to see you, Saquon. Thanks for coming on. Fear says, Arthur Wall says VS does wonders to Lamborghinis with their superchargers. Halfway agree. Wonders, I wouldn't say, but good, consistent reliability, easy to use, decent power. Yes, VF supercharge. However, those cars are very, 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 very quick. They're even somewhat fast, but not once they go up against cars that have bolt-on twin turbo kits, or they are nowhere near close to a 720. So I've seen that race happen multiple times where supercharged Lamborghini Huracan 900 kit, whatever, up against a stock 720S, and the 720 just walks away. Whereas a twin turbo car, it still may lose to the 720 by a little bit, but it'll be a lot closer. AJJ says, what's the future going to be for muscle cars? That is a really good question. Given the fact, the future for all gasoline powered cars is pretty grim in the next, I would say, 15 years. I don't believe there's going to be a lot. I think there's going to be a lot of regulation that's going to stop American cars from continuing to, gasoline powered cars to stop from being produced. So I believe that where we are at right now is the height of muscle cars. I don't think they're going to continue after the next 5 years to make these 700-800 stock cars, 708 horsepower stock cars. That's going to come to an end. It's no way that this is going to continue. So my suggestion is, if you can, get your hands on one, because it may be the last that you'll ever see. So Ryan Dono says, any tips for a YouTuber starting out? Absolutely. Biggest tip that I have for YouTubers starting out is to develop a plan for what you're going to be presenting as content. Continue to make that content and be consistent with it. Don't stop. If you post videos once a week, post videos once a week. Don't miss a week. If you post twice a week, if you post once a month, whatever it is that you do it and do it consistently, and you will see growth. It takes a lot of time though. It took me, within the first year, it took me a year to get 10,000 subscribers. And that was the 8,000 of those subscribers came in the last like 2 months of the year after I had a really big view video with Hellcat Enforcer, actually. Shout out to you, Gray. Yeah, man, I agree, Arthur Wall, that Dodge offers a 797 horsepower car from the factory. It's mind-boggling. I want to actually speak to that. And the reason why I want to speak to that is because I noticed that I'll say a lot of times in my Instagram posts, YouTube posts, that I am very happy with the way that the Hellcat Red Eye performs. And they'll be like, well, it has 797 horsepower. It should be faster. It's like, no, it's doing extremely great numbers. I mean, my particular car made 702 to the wheel, and so far has been 10, 6 and a quarter with the wrong tires. I had 30-inch tires instead of 28s. So that means it's probably gonna do about 10.4 and a quarter, 10.3, somewhere around there with the new diff. 60 to 130s. I have on street tires and it's running like 7.7. If I put on radials, it should be somewhere around 7.4, 7.5. That is really, really fast for a car that weighs 4,700 pounds with me in it. That's a really, really heavy car. That's a brick cutting through the air. So I'm really, really happy with the way that that car performs. It performs extremely well, given what it is. And it performs extremely well for under $100,000. That's like a key indicator that people forget. It's like, name another stock car. Forget it. Name another stock car that could beat a Hellcat Red Eye, that could beat a Hellcat Red Eye, a GT500, or a ZR1 for under $150,000. There's no car that exists that beats those cars. So America got it on lock as far as value for dollar. There's no other car under $150,000 that beats those cars at a drag strip or a roll race. Stock. Doesn't happen. So, guys, like I said, man, I wanted to jump at this software is a must. No problems. I look forward to seeing it on YouTube. Who saw the video of the YouTube guy who thought a Widebody right off from the dealer, and it was a body kit? I didn't see that video. That's crazy. Listen, guys, I really appreciate y'all coming on, man, chilling with me. You guys have been absolutely awesome, amazing to hang out with. I'm gonna do like 5 more minutes. Now's your opportunity to get whatever your last questions are in, because I gotta jump off and get back to life. But 5 minutes, y'all got me for 5 more minutes. And then I'm gonna jump back in. I'm watching some of y'all comments right now. ZL1 isn't even in the conversation anymore. Sad. Arthur Wall, I'm sorry to say, man, ZL1, great car for its time, but its time has passed. Great car if you could get it at the price that it is and heavily discounted. If you can get a ZL1 for $60,000, go for it, 100% in the 60s, great. But do not pull up thinking that you're about to race a Red Eye or a GT500 or a ZR1 in a quarter mile or a roll race. You're not going to compete. You're going to get left behind. I did ZL1s dirty when my 6-speed Hellcat was stock. I was doing ZL1s dirty. So definitely, man. Now, granted, if you're talking about a track car, that's a great bargain for a track car. That is an amazing bargain for a track car. I would absolutely, if I needed a track rat that's really cool to drive still, I would actually get a ZL1. Definitely, hands down. Right, Chris M, that's exactly what I was saying, that the ZL1 is a track car. But the reason why ZL1s are dead in terms of these comparisons is because they're discontinuing the car. So it has like no relevance anymore to Chevrolet. They put all their eggs in the C8 basket, which they should. That car is absolutely freaking phenomenal. That C8 is absolutely, hear me now, freaking phenomenal. And I guarantee you, I will be the first in line when we can get the Z06 version of it. I'm going to be the first in line to put in an order for a C8 Z06 because I believe, Saquon, I'm going to answer that question. That's a great question. I believe that C8 Z06 is going to be around $120,000, nicely loaded, not with everything in it, but very nicely loaded. And I believe that that thing is going to be a monster. It might not be a straight line monster, like it's going to be very, very fast. But it may not be like, 700 and change horsepower fast, but it's going to be a monster all around as a car. So I'm super only car that I'm actually excited about. And I've said this multiple times. Sorry, Dodge, but only car that I'm excited about is the C8 Z06. Saquon, to answer your question, yes, the empty roads have been amazing for the drives. It has been absolutely amazing. It feels like a playground out there. Because right now, all you can really do is get out and drive. You can't hang out with your friends. You can't go chill. You can't do none of those things. You're pretty much by yourself. So when you go out and there's nobody out there, it has been absolutely amazing. Is that the streets is definitely a playground right now. However, guys, please be safe. Don't be stupid. You know what I mean? If there's people on the road, just chill. But if you go out there and you by yourself, all beautiful, four gracious skies, go for it. I'm with it. What about the previous Z28 that set the lap record at the Nürburgring a few years ago? Like I said, the Camaro ZL1, the Camaro Z28, amazing track-focused cars, if that's what you're going to do. But be honest with yourself. For you guys that have Camaros and talk about, but my car is a better track car, and you don't go to the track, just hush. Just be quiet. Because I guarantee you, I have more track time in my Hellcat than a lot of these guys that have ZL1s have in their ZL1. I guarantee it, or Z28. They never actually been to the track. So I hate when people say stuff like that. I hate when people tell me that, oh, Hellcats can't handle. Oh, if we went to the track, I would kill you. And these are people who never been to the track. They never been there themselves. It's like, hello, why are you saying that? It's like, that's like saying, word, you beat me in basketball, but yo, if we went to the NBA, my man that's in the NBA, he would kill you. It's like, are you in the NBA? No, hush. What are you talking about? Like, I cannot stand that when people do that. And people do that to me all the time, not realizing that I actually have seat time on the track in a Hellcat multiple times. I have seat time in a Corvette C6 Z06 on the track. I have seat time in a Porsche Panamera on the track. I actually go to the track. So you can't say dumb stuff like that to me. It drives me absolutely up a wall. First question I actually asked them is, when the last time you've been to track? I'll wait. Yeah, exactly what I thought. I saw somebody say, what up, Eugene? Where? Oh, we got Eugene in the building. Yes. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? So Gene is a track guy. I can't talk that mess to him. He'd be like, yesterday I was on the track. He's a track guy. So I can't really say that. But yes, to me, C8 Z06 is the next car. That and the McLaren 765 LT. However, I can tell y'all right now, my name ain't Brooks. I ain't got that type of money. I mean, I would have to sell everything. In addition to selling everything, I would have to sell maybe a liver in addition to that in order to get a McLaren 765 LT. So I could admire that I have friends that can do it, because I have friends in my circle. You guys see the airport videos. You guys see the runs that we do. So that car will be on the channel, but it won't be mine. It's going to be somebody else's. But it's okay, though. I'm going to still pull up next to them in my C8 Z06 and be like, what up, Shun? Nice McLaren. This is a Corvette, though. Oh, man. Iconic State Parkway North. Yes, that is an amazing drive. That's always a fun drive. But yo, guys, I'm actually thinking about just letting y'all hang out and just have a good time for yourselves. I do get a question a lot, and that is outside of like American cars, what car brands do you respect or like? And outside of American cars, the brands that I like and respect, you guys obviously know I like and respect. I really like McLaren as a brand. I respect Ferrari as a brand. I don't necessarily like them, but I respect them as a brand. What other cars do I like and respect as a brand? The luxury guy in me likes a Rolls-Royce Wraith. I love the idea of that opulent, or whatever the word is, luxury. I love it. So Rolls-Royce Wraith, my man, that's like the ultimate luxury, right? Although that car is getting old now. I don't know what's going to be next, but that car I like. Mercedes, I like luxury wise. The Mercedes S-Class Coupe, bro, that's the Brooklyn in me, man. It's just the something about that long body with all the windows that go down with no A-pillar. It ain't about speed with those cars. Like, those cars are very quick, but it's not about that. Those cars is just about all the technology and luxury. And so I like Mercedes S-Class Coupe, Mercedes S-Class, any of those cars I really like and respect. BMW. Where do I start? Where do I start with BMW? Okay. E39 M5. Love. E36 M3. Love. Love that car. E46 M3. You start to lose me a little bit with the E46 M3. Definitely start to lose me there. The buzziness of the motor, the raspiness. I'm not a big fan. And those cars, for what they are, they're quick, but they don't do nothing for me, really. BMWs, I think that's the feeling that I get. You guys have seen me drive, review, and do BMWs, and the new ones they don't do anything for me. Like, I want to like them. I love the fact that they can be made to be so fast. That's cool, but they don't do anything for me. Like, if I wanted luxury, I'm gonna go Mercedes, and if I wanted speed, I'm gonna go with another car that's focused on speed. I would go, like, if I wanted to stick with European and German and stuff like that, if I wanted to go speed, I wouldn't get necessarily a BMW M. I would probably, if I had to stick European, I would probably get like a Porsche or something like that. So it's like, I don't feel like BMW has a true identity right now. I just feel like they're to the point where they're mass producing cars, and their whole lineup feels very mass produced, in my opinion, BMW. So for all my BMW guys, God bless y'all, man. You know what? The SUVs, though, the SUVs are special, right? So X5M, X6M, even X5M 550, the SUVs are pretty cool, because when you compare them in the landscape of SUVs, BMW SUVs are cool. The cars, though, I don't know, man. I don't know. If you know what? If you need a do-it-all car in one package, they do a great job with the M5. That is a do-it-all car. It can do everything. If you need a do-it-all car in a package. But the problem is, people buy those cars and treat them like race cars. And when they get smoked, they don't understand like why. They treat those cars like they're like race, but they're not. They're luxury cars that have got a lot of power. And they're not even like full luxury like a Mercedes. So it's like, I don't know. Anyway, I was only supposed to give y'all 5 more minutes. So I got lost and I just started talking. But anyway, yo, I really appreciate everybody. Thank you so much for coming on, man, and jumping on this live stream with me. I'm going to leave it up for probably about 2 days so that you guys could watch it back, watch the playback if you want, and take you through the weekend. But I'm probably going to delete it after that because I don't leave live streams up because they're not produced. Anyway, it's your boy Stefan here from Mod to Fame. Thank you so much for chilling with me for the night. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night. Have fun. Everybody, please, please, please be safe. Be safe, everybody. I shared it on my Instagram and I did not share it here on YouTube. But last week, I lost my grandfather. And in losing my grandfather, man, it really hit home that you guys need to be safe out there. It's not only you that you got to worry about, it's what you could potentially take to someone else. You know what I mean? So please be safe, follow the rules, stay at home as much as you can. That's why we're doing these like live streams and stuff like that. And look out, now is the time, whoever your friend is, your family, if you got issues with them, you know, whatever case may be, now is not the time. Now is not the time for that. These are your, your friends, your family. These are the people that are truly in your life for a reason. Make up, whatever it is, call them, whatever it is, because you never know what tomorrow may bring. The last thing you ever want is for you to lose someone that you love and you didn't get a chance to tell them for the last time that you love them. So make sure whatever it is, dead it. It's not important. Let it go. Whatever, if they owe you some money, y'all figure that shit out. Y'all will figure that out later. If you don't like what they said to you, y'all will figure it out later. But family and real friends are the only people that you have. So if God forbid, if anything happens, this pandemic shows you how fragile life is. You could be here today and gone literally tomorrow. Literally. Like, not from a bullet, not from a violent act, not from a horrific accident, but because you was breathing. Because you were breathing. Man. Listen, guys, make sure that whoever you have in your circle, keep them close. Now's the time, let them know. Yo, man, I know you did that thing a year ago, but man, I just want to tell you I love you. That's it. And then when everything go back to normal, y'all go back to fighting. You be like, yo, F that, on site. It's on site. It's on site. It could be all of that after. But for right now, please, man, keep your friends close, man, and your family closer. And yes, I took that from the other saying, but it ain't no time for no enemies right now. Right now, the enemy is a common threat. And that common threat is something we can't see, something we can't touch, something we don't have a cure for. None of that. We ain't got nothing to fight against this but each other. So take care of each other, love each other. It's your boy Stefan here from Mod to Fame. And here in my crib, we out.